Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby if you don't already know me, and I love to talk all things personal finance, organization, and lifestyle. And today's video is going to be the November plan with me. I'm so excited to do a plan with me. I had to skip the October plan with me just because of my travel plans. And I am so excited to get back to planning. I'm so excited to get back to another one of these videos and to show you guys one of my monthly digital planning spreads. I am a digital planner. I use my iPad and the GoodNotes 6 app to plan out all of my upcoming events and things like that. I also use Notion to keep myself organized as well, but I do like the creative aspect of using a digital planner just because I can be a little bit more creative and use like lots of images and stickers and things like that. So I find it just a relaxing and fun way for me to stay organized. So if you have a digital planner, please follow along as we plan for the month of November, and I'm going to dive right in. Okay, so for November, I decided to go with a dark academia theme, and I'm very excited about this theme. I have my November reset video coming up soon here, but in that video I talked about how I've been recently reading the Zodiac Academy books. I'm on the second book right now, and there's a very strong dark academia vibe going on. It reminds me of Harry Potter, but just like a darker version of it. So I've been very inspired by that, and then I also was inspired as well just by Harry Potter in general. I had a lot of Harry Potter images come up when I was going through Pinterest to pin different images for my spread this month. So yeah, there is a little bit of a fall dark academia, just like moody sort of vibe to this theme. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on for the month of November, and then I'm gonna dive into a Christmas theme for December. Sometimes I get a little excited for Christmas and I like make a Christmas themed spread for the month of November, but this year I tried to rein in my excitement and not go too far too fast, because 2 full Christmas spreads can be a little bit much. So as per usual, I am just pasting in all of my images from Pinterest. I download all of the images, save them as photos, and then I just press the little photo button at the top of GoodNotes to start placing them. I like to put down background images just to fill the space, just so that there's like no white space in the back, and then I'll just start pasting images, cropping them, resizing them, just figuring out ways where it looks cute all together. Sometimes I also use the arrange feature where you can pull images either back or front. I usually just pull them to the front, and this just helps me make sure that the layers all look nice. And I am also going to be using my usual method where I pull lots of the colors from this vision board to create my pen colors. Oh yeah, if I haven't mentioned it already, this is the Flourish Planner 2023 undated planner. I don't know if it's exactly still available, but I believe that there is a better 2024 version. So feel free to get that if you really want this digital planner. And I also made some stickers for November, as I usually do. If you want to know how to make some stickers, I do go over it very quickly at the end of this video, but I did go into a lot more depth in the September plan with me. I just save images of stickers on Pinterest, and then I get rid of the background so I can use them in my spread. So check that out if you're interested. And as I mentioned, I'm just going through and using my collage to determine the colors of my monthly pens, highlighters, text boxes. There is also now a pencil feature that I just noticed, so I did add some colors for the pencil feature. I haven't used it yet. We shall see if I use it at all. I'm not sure I will, but I do like to throw both pen and text boxes in my spreads, so I did have to pick a bunch of colors for pens, pick a bunch of colors for highlighters, and also pick a bunch of colors for the font as well, and then on top of that the pencil. So I was like, this is getting very tedious. I did speed through it pretty quickly so you don't have to watch it for too long, but I went with lighter shades as I usually do for my highlighters, like creams and just lighter shades in general, and then I go with some darker shades for my pen colors just so that it makes more sense as I make my spreads. I also tried to use similar colors for the text boxes so that the text and the pens always kind of line up, if that makes sense. And then once I have added all those colors, I will go through and just make sure that they're added to the quick access feature at the top. I just like select them in the quick access from the color palette, and that way I can easily access them when I need to use my pens and my pencils. I am so excited to be back from my travels. I feel like I'm still sort of getting the hang of things after traveling. I'm getting back to my regular scheduled programming, getting the hang of being back at work, getting the hang of balancing YouTube on top of like a regular 9 to 5. But I feel very happy to be back. I think the older I get, the more I just appreciate the day-to-day routine. I feel like I do romanticize it in a way where it makes me feel very calm and relaxed. I know what's going on. I know what my day entails. So yeah, the older I get, the more I kind of just enjoy having my routine, doing my things that make me feel good. And yeah, I'm happy to be back. Okay, so we're going to be diving into the calendar spread. I went through and used a sticker I made with the dates just because this is an undated planner. Someone mentioned once just to save all of the numbers as a date and then you can just move them around as needed. So I did that. And then I also added a little quick highlight over the date just to highlight the day of the month. And then I'm going through and adding in my little photo collage in the bottom. You can use this space to add in additional notes and things you need to do, but I find I usually put more of that sort of thing into my Notion and my to-do list that I use every single day for like work and things like that. So I like to just use this space for adding to my theme. That is what I'm doing here. Got the little Hogwarts Express train, some dark academia vibes. I've been loving these like sculpture sort of stickers that I have here. I feel like it is so dark academia and I've been absolutely loving these. I'm obsessed with some of the stickers I found for this spread, so I will be using lots of those. Hopefully I will find some more and I can continue adding them throughout the month. But now I am just going through and adding in all of my critical appointments. I actually thought I had no appointments or anything booked for the month of November, and as I was planning, I was just slowly remembering things. For some reason, my Google calendar on my phone has everything from all of my calendars synced together, but then when I go on Google Calendar on my laptop, it doesn't have any of that stuff, which is so weird and annoying. So whenever I'm filming these videos, I don't have access to my phone. Obviously, my phone is like what I film on. So I was kind of having to remember all of my important dates off the top of my head. What I really should do is go through and use my Notion first to figure out my important dates, because I end up doing that after this usually. I just don't do this in a smart order. Moving on, I'm adding my November intention, my top 3 priorities, and my to-dos. I also do these in my monthly budget tracker. If you guys are familiar, there is a goals tab, and I usually set my goals and intentions there, and then I'm just like doubling up and including them here. I don't often look at this page to like reference back to my goals. I actually rarely go back to this page. This is really more like a just make a cool spread sort of page. I do like to still fill it out and make it look cute more than anything, but I mainly predominantly use the weekly spreads and the daily spreads for digital planning. Okay, so lots of appointments coming up this month. I have a blood work appointment. I'm going back to my naturopath. I've been having lots of hair loss, unfortunately. If you are a subscriber or you watch my videos, you might know that I have been dealing with hair loss for quite a while now. I think it's 3 years total now. And I was doing really, really well in the spring and everything was going great. And then we took a bunch of stuff out of my plan, out of my like routine. My naturopath told me I could stop a lot of my supplements, and it has all kind of been downhill since then. I haven't really been able to get a handle on the hair loss. It just has been continuing to fall out at a jarring and consistent rate ever since about June, July. And so I'm starting to get a little panicky about it. So I'm finally going back to the naturopath. We're getting some blood work done. We're checking everything out and we're seeing what she thinks I can do to help with the situation. I also have a couple of massages. I have done that thing where I didn't use my benefits enough throughout the year, so now I have like a massage every week for the rest of the year, which is amazing. It's not a bad problem to have, but I actually have 2 massages in November and I might need to book a third. I only think I wrote down 1 here, but yeah, I have quite a bit of appointments coming up in November. And I also have a couple brunch dates with my girls. I have 2 separate brunch dates with 2 separate friend groups, which is very fun and very exciting. They're actually at the same brunch spot too. moving on to the weekly spread. So I've been trying to use the weekly spread a little bit more as like a guide of how I'm going to set up my daily spreads. So I want to make sure I'm including everything in here and then moving those plans over to my daily spreads. What I found is I would do a really good job of setting up my weekly spread, putting in a bunch of like goals I want to do, and then just leaving them there and not giving them an action plan or deciding what day I wanted to do those goals. So I'm trying to list out all those amazing things I want to do and then find a day that works on, and then I can go to that day and just be like, okay, I don't have to flip between a bunch of different spreads and like calculate everything I need to do. I can just look at the day and be like, what do I have to do today? And then things just get a lot easier. So a lot of the times these things that I put on this weekly spread, I will look back afterward and think, how did I think I could get all of this done in the week? There's no way for me to get it done. So by having like forcing myself to put all these things into a day, it just makes it a little bit easier for myself. Okay, as usual, I highlight all of the titles. I'm adding in the dates as it is an undated planner, and then I will go through and start adding my workout split. I like to include my workout split here just to make sure I'm doing it, tick it off. I actually find working out really, really easy these days. I've been doing it for so long that it just kind of feels like brushing my teeth, but it is nice to start the day with an automatic like to-do tick off. Like I've done this thing already that was on my list. So I like to put it down, and then that way it's just like an easy thing. It just scratches my brain. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something, which I have. And I start adding in my weekly priorities. So I'm really trying to focus right now on November reset videos. So I have to get 2 videos up for that, my plan with me, and then my reset video. And I'm also focusing on my Etsy product. I am working on the 2025 budget tracker. I'm hoping to have that out as early as humanly possible. I know it's nice to start thinking about, the new year a little bit early. So I'm hoping I can get this out before January, but it is a time crunch. I definitely left this a little too late, but I'm working really, really hard on it. I'm super excited about it. If you guys have any suggestions, if you have used my budget tracker or seen it, if you have any like things that you would love to see on a budget tracker, any sort of metrics, data, visuals, anything that is something that you're looking for in a budget tracker, please let me know. I would love to hear any recommendations. And yeah. Okay, back to the digital planner. So I've added in all of my workouts, and as I mentioned, I'm starting to attach those to-dos that I've written down on the right-hand side to a day. Moving on to the daily spreads. As usual, I am highlighting all of the titles. I'm highlighting the little time strip on the left of the time blocking area there. And I went with the same color for all of the highlights and then decided later on I didn't like the way it looked. So later on I will go in and change all of the colors of the highlights. But for now, I did it all the same color. And then I'm also going to just copy over the workout little box from the weekly planner. As I mentioned, I'm trying to just quickly like copy and paste stuff from the weekly planner into my daily planner, and I put it in the wrong spot. So the daily movement is the second box down. I put it in the top box. It takes me a while to figure it out, but I do eventually go back and fix it. So don't worry, it gets fixed. And I've been loving using these little stickers from the Flourish sticker pack I got quite a while ago. I have no idea if these are up for sale, but they have lots of like typical things you do, and I just find it easier. It's like a great way to time block and kind of give me an idea of like what my day's gonna look like. So I usually wake up around 5:30. I do a morning routine where I brush my cat's teeth, brush my own teeth, have a coffee, plan for the day, usually edit a video for a little bit or work on something to do with YouTube for a while. I sit in front of my sad lamp, make sure I get some good sad light into my eyes, and then I will work out, come back, get ready, go to work, and then I usually after work will walk, maybe make dinner, and then work on more Etsy or YouTube stuff as well. And then I will start my nighttime routine and get to bed after that. So that's a typical day in my life, but I like to time block it out, and that way if I need to get something done, I can kind of figure out where it fits in. I copied what I did for the Monday plan to the rest of the days of the week, and then I'm just going in and altering that with lasso feature to select, and then you can change the color once you select things. I'm going through, I'm selecting and changing the colors just so that each day looks a little different without actually having to like manually change all of the colors or manually do all the highlighting. And then of course on the weekend I have a lot more open time and I'm not as restricted with my time block day, so I've added in my brunch that I have. But other than that, I have no commitments this weekend, which I'm very excited for. I just need a full weekend of one, getting stuff done, but two, like just decompressing. Ever since I got back from my trip, I've been socializing more on the weekend than relaxing, and I am looking forward to a little relaxing weekend. I had such a good time socializing, but you know, I just need a little breather. So we're getting rid of all of that time block stuff for Sunday. Of course, Sunday is my grocery shop day and my meal prep day. We always grocery shop on Sunday and we always meal prep on Sunday. It's like a absolute must. If I don't do that, then my week is off to a rough start. So that is a must. And outside of that, I really like to leave my weekends pretty free just so I have flexibility and I can do the things that I love and want to do. But I usually do edit and do YouTube quite a bit on the weekends just because I have a lot more time to really sit down and dig in and get shit done. So that is a deep dive into my daily life that you did not ask for. As I mentioned, I am just grabbing those fitness things, putting them in the wrong spot, and then I will eventually catch on that they're in the wrong spot and I will put them in the right spot. And yeah, I really did like how I can just copy these from the weekly planner and I don't have to rewrite everything out. I was finding I was writing things out like 3 to 4 different times and in different places. Like in the weekly spread, there's the habit tracker. So I would write out my daily habits there. And then I would write out my daily habits on my daily planner because I really only look at my daily planner. So if I didn't put them in the daily planner, then I wouldn't remember to do them. But then it just felt like I was writing things over and over and over again and it wasn't very efficient. So I'm liking just using the lasso feature to pick up what I've already written, copy and paste it, and just be done with it kind of thing. It just makes it a little bit easier. It's not a huge time saver, but it's doing something. I've been also time blocking my Etsy work time. I'm just trying to hit something very easy that is manageable every day, so like 30 to 45 minutes. I think I said my overall goal is to do 2 hours a week, and if every weekday, like Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to Friday, something like that, if I can just hit like 45 minutes each day, then I'm considerably already hitting my 2 hours. And then I usually find that I can find extra time. I think if I set too hard of a time blocked goal, then I just feel like I'm never hitting it. Whereas with this, I'm like, wow, I'm actually making really good progress. I feel like I'm moving towards the goal and I'm feeling inspired to do it without feeling like I'm failing at anything, if I hope that makes sense. So I've been really loving just quick little time blocked sections for a dedicated task, like the Etsy stuff versus the YouTube stuff. I quickly just wanted to show you guys how I make some stickers. I forgot to make my pumpkin sticker and I really wanted it for Halloween. I just quickly showed you guys how I add an image in Procreate, select the background, erase the background, and then save it as a PNG file. I also use the layer feature so that I can just hide and show layers. Each layer has a different image in it, and that way I don't have to make a bunch of different projects within Procreate. And then once you import it into GoodNotes 6, you just have to paste it as an image, and then you can resize it and then save it as an element in your sticker pack. And that is how I have so many cute stickers for every single monthly spread. As you can see, I used that little pumpkin for Halloween day, and I'm actually very excited for Halloween. I love Halloween, but for some reason this year, I think because I was in Italy and I was so far away from like the fall October vibes, I just kind of felt like I got home and it felt like it was already Halloween, and I've already been like looking forward to Christmas. I'm not sure why my brain just like wanted to skip over Halloween this year. I usually love it so much, and I do love it. I've been really excited for Christmas. I love Christmas. But that is the November planner. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found some inspiration, or you found it relaxing and calming to watch this. I actually find these very relaxing to watch, especially when there's just like some nice chill music. So I hope this video could be that for you guys, and I'm looking forward to see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for the November reset video that will be up next on my channel, and I can't wait to see you guys then. Bye.